guys, welcome to another episode of Sharing a Drink with Matt, Season 3, Episode 1. Today I'm talking to Melbourne Punsksters, Aluminum Monster.
Hello.
Hey guys.
Hey, how are you?
Hello.
How are you?
Good.
I've got to say to start off, this up to 20 minutes ago, this was not going to happen. I was thinking, I've got to reschedule. Being the only white fella in my family, I'm prone to a lot of jokes and pranks, and my kids this morning before they went out decided to go, oh, Dad's got an interview today, let's hide his teeth. So freaking out, oh, where's my teeth? And I've just noticed I had a backup plan. We had corned beef for dinner last night, and they know that the dog can't eat it. She gets flatulence big time. And roving microphone. So whoever talks, she'll come and sit next to. And she's sitting right there, and she's just letting off the biggest. Anyway, hey guys, how are you?
Good. Okay.
What's the dog's name?
For being on the show, really appreciate it.
Thanks for having us.
First off, Laura, I've got to say, your vocals are so amazing, man. To me, it's like Wendy O and Patti Smith just mixed together with that talking, singing sound. I dig it. It's great. And I love you. I love the whole lot of your stage presence, man. You remind me of a band on the Gold Coast, Thrust. They just were always having digs at each other. And like I've watched some live stuff, and I dig it. Yeah.
Awesome, love it.
Because we like
Matt. I love your sound. It's like Chrissy Amphlett singing for the Sunny Boys. It's fucking fantastic, man. It's or for the Ramones. You know, you've got this sound that I'm really digging at the moment. And it's great. Like I've never heard of you till you took up the challenge to be on my shitty show, but came up.
I think it's going really well so far. Right on.
You got a while back with Harold Holt, Forklift Assassins, and I Hate People. That's a dream gig of mine. I've interviewed the whole three of those bands. Now I've got the whole four of you. That was great.
Yeah, that was really good. Actually, we played. That was in Bendigo with them, and then we played again with I Hate People and Forklift the next night back here in town. Next night, the Sunday. That was awesome. Yeah, it was really good fun.
Definitely. So what I think I've got it. But what are your influences? Have you all chucked in little bits and?
Andy's my influence.
Jesus.
That's it. All credit goes to Jesus.
Someone has finally said it. I've asked these bands, I go, well, who are your influences? And I've been waiting for someone to say these guys. These guys are my influence. Someone's finally said it. Anyway, you talk for a while now. I'll shut up and just have it speak for a bit, and then I'll start asking some questions.
Yeah, no, I think all our stuff is just, all the shit that I personally love, Misfits, Ramones, all the rest of it. It's that stuff where it doesn't have to be, there's no widdly diddly, there's no burden like solos, all the rest of it's just good, fun music that's catchy that, you remember, you always come back to those records again and again. And that's the stuff that I enjoy. And I always, when I see a band like that, I fucking love it. And, just stuff that's fun. It doesn't have to be complicated. It doesn't have to be, there's all this meaning behind or any of that. It's just drink some beers, have a good time and fucking get into it. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I watched that tape recording and everything. And you guys look like you were having a ball. And that's you don't get that a lot now. You do in punk. It happens a lot in punk, but you don't get that a lot in many genres of music where the band is actually enjoying themselves. They're not doing it for a job. They're actually having fun. And I noticed that about you guys.
Yeah, that's the whole point, isn't it? You know, it's hanging out with your mates, fucking night out on the town sort of thing. And then, you know, we're lucky enough that we play quite often with a few bands here in Melbourne and around the place that, you know, they're all mates of ours as well. So it's just like a big night out with your mates and yeah, fucking smash a few beers and have some fun.
No, we don't get paid because Andy keeps all the money.
Oh yeah, that goes to my offshore accounts, and I just siphon them away. It's a giant Ponzi scheme. So
yeah, it's really good.
This one is more or less for each one of you, but we'll start off with Luke.
Oh,
Yeah. Okay. What was that moment in your life when you went, fuck this, I want to be in a band, I want to play music, this is what I want to do?
I've been playing music my whole life, but I didn't join a band until I used to work as a sound engineer, and we used to, at the end of every night, kicked everyone out and just got really drunk from what was left in the beer, and then played the back line. And then that's how our first band started. So I guess somewhere in there, I was like, I'll just keep doing this. And that's the story. It's really good.
Excellent. Andy?
Yeah,
Andy?
right.
Had you finished, Luke?
Have I finished?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'll keep playing. I'm not going to quit yet. I don't.
I just went straight on to Andy then. Had you finished speaking?
Yeah. I think that's all I need to say right now.
You don't get cut by Andy anyway.
No one's interested in what the drummer has to say.
Is that fun? Is that band fun?
Awesome, because no one ever wants to listen to the drummer. So, yeah.
It's a
That's
reason.
why I put him as number one.
We give you a mic occasionally.
Yeah, that's nice. That's real nice. I like it. Well, who's next?
Andy's
Oh,
there you
yeah.
go.
Sorry, what was the when we started playing? Well, it was literally I was in Perth. I grew up in Perth, and you know the music scene there. There's awesome bands, but there's not that accessibility that there is in Melbourne, where if you just start a band with your mates and you know you're in it for a good time, there isn't that chance to get up and play gigs. Whereas here in Melbourne, you know, we moved across about 8 years ago, and you know, there's the gigs, there's the bands, you get to know people, and you do have that opportunity where if you want to put the time in and rehearse and all the rest, you can play gigs, and even a band like us gets to play gigs fairly often. So it's a pretty cool city where you can do that. So it was just coming here and then meeting Luke, like he said, we'd smash it out at the end of the night when all the bands had finished, and from there we figured, well, let's do this more often, and we're still going now. That's
Oh, were you talking about both of you?
Yeah, there's me and Drew as well. And we're still going. It's great fun. So yeah.
Excellent. Simon,
Yeah.
you were in a band before you joined Aluminum Monster, weren't you?
Yeah. I was in a band. These guys asked me to join, and that band's sort of taken a bit of hiatus at the moment, but not because I joined this, but luckily enough, this is fun enough to almost replace it in a way at the moment.
Simon's other band is quite good, so he's slumming it with us, thankfully. So,
but music. I don't know. When I was a kid, I suppose the tennis rackets in the lounge room with a couple of best friends.
Oh, that's good.
I always got the pick of instrument I wanted to play because for some reason, because I've got a brother who's 7 years older, so I was really influenced by a lot of his sort of musical tastes and even playing in bands. I suppose that he's a big influence for me in a lot of ways, as much as I don't like him these days. But I could, when I played guitar, I could bend my arm and everyone tripped out that I wasn't just playing like this with the tennis racket. So I got the pick of what I wanted to do. And then I pretended to play drums, and I could sort of look like I could hold a beat, which I definitely probably couldn't back then. And I think just what were we playing to? Like we were miming all like Queen's greatest hits and stuff like that.
Excellent.
Like Sabbath and stuff. It was my best friend at the time, his parents' sort of records and tapes and stuff. And yeah, I really wanted to do it from then. But then you have to actually like, I got an instrument, but then you have to practice. And I'm not so much into the practicing side. So
Okay.
a few years. Yeah.
Excellent. So Laura, going on Simon, did you have the hairbrush in front of the mirror or?
Almost, yeah. My family was quite musical, so both parents and aunties and uncles. And in the 80s, I used to follow my auntie's band around and sort of watch gigs and things like that. And my, so I was desperate to start a band. I remember in primary school putting in the school newsletter, meet me at lunchtime. I'm going to start a band, and I sat there by myself like a loser because nobody came. It was quite sad. But I started actually on bass. I started learning bass, tried to play in a family band, wanted to sing, but was told that I sounded like a cat dying and that I couldn't sing. So that just propelled me to want to sing. So and I used to busk as a teenager in Melbourne. On Swanson Street, like every Friday night. That was sort of my life for a while. But yeah. So it's been a part of everything from a very professional amateur sort of sense for a long time. Yeah.
She went from
I told you.
And then it's been downhill.
Downhill.
Since then,
That's
yeah.
That's it. Yeah.
Take that. So good.
The current lineup, how long have you guys been together for?
I don't know.
Does COVID count or not? Do we minus?
Yeah, was it during COVID? No, it was when shit started opening up at one of the times.
When did you join?
Yeah, probably a bit over. I think February last year was supposed to be our first gig together. So it would have been like maybe December or something before that. A couple of months before then. It's all a bit hazy.
Yeah. The
But,
last couple of years is just a fucking blur, unfortunately.
Yeah. Well, these guys have been playing together for what? How many years now? Like 4 or 5 years now?
4 maybe?
Yeah,
Maybe,
and we
yeah.
played another band
Good
before
one.
this as well, which was equally good.
Oh, we can't talk about that.
No, we can't. No. Yeah, it's gone.
My other
I reckon
band
that's
played
right.
with their last gig in their other band.
Yeah.
So that's how I sort of timeline it. And then so when did you guys get together with Laura then?
4.5 years ago, I reckon.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably would have been.
So I was, yeah.
Yes, yeah, you were. It was right at the end of that time, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So say 4.5 years, all up, but then with Simon, what's that, about 18 months or so, and it's been awesome having Simon on board. It's fucking, it's changed the dynamic and the feel of it, and this is probably the most fun I've had with all the lineup changes and all the rest of it. Like, it's great fun hanging out, and I can
You can know.
in your love.
Yeah. This is probably another one for each of you. Have you ever had that moment in your life where you thought, fuck it, I don't want to play music? No, it is not for me.
This morning? I get that. I wouldn't say I get that regularly. I go through periods where, and I have over the years, when I've played, I'll do stuff for a few years, and then I'll just be like, no, I'll get burnt out, and I'll change, and I'll go like, I'm going to go be a poet, or I'm going to go, I don't know, be a Hare Krishna, and then I come back to the music all the time, and I think even during COVID, I was looking forward to the rest, and then it sort of didn't feel like a rest when we came back, and I got very sort of I needed that break. But luckily at the moment, like this is, as Andy said a few times, like this is a fun band. That was one of the things I said when I joined, was like, we're just about hanging out and having fun. And I think that really helps when you get too serious, or when you think you're a rock star and clearly you're not, because you're not even getting enough to, paid enough to buy a couple of drinks at the bar. And I only drink like a Coke, so that's saying something. It can get very hard. I think after a while, you just can burn yourself out. So I've done that several times. Yeah. It's music, so I keep coming back. As much as I think that's it, I'm done, I'll take a little break, and then I'll start writing songs again, and that's the end of it for me. I just get sort of OCD back into it.
No way. Okay, so that's a good thing about you said about the writing the lyrics, because I wanted to know, do you share writing the lyrics, or is there one person? Because it cracks me up. Like you guys have got the same mentality as the meanies used to have with their lyric writing. Like it's just. You're there.
That's great.
Yeah, that's a very good comparison. Yeah.
They totally model all their lyrics off the way we do things.
Yeah, that's
why.
why. I didn't want to ruin it, but yeah, they've played during us. I write the lyrics. All our stuff is from a TV show. It's kind of it's always sunny in Philadelphia, and so we kind of look at different characters on that show, and it's pretty dark, but it's fucking hilarious. So it's kind of a good source of information, and it's good fun.
Okay, so now you're saying about the TV shows and everything. Fred Savage's Aluminum Monster, is that where you got the name?
Fred Savage directed a whole bunch of episodes of Sunny in Philadelphia, but Aluminum Monster was one of the characters in the show when she was in high school, had to wear a back brace. And so her nickname at school was always the Aluminum Monster.
Yeah.
So we thought, that's a cool name for a band, except not thinking that, of course, it's, aluminium here. And so, fuck me, the amount of times people have said, like, oh, we tried looking for you on Facebooks and we couldn't find you because they're searching aluminium. So fucking, it's bit us in the arse quite a bit.
Oh, we've had to get people to change the posters too.
Yeah.
Kind of like our biggest achievement. Our name started being spelled correctly.
That's true, yeah.
That's how
That kind of fucked me up at the beginning when I was doing a bit of research. I had an argument with my 14-year-old daughter. She's going, no, Dad, we say aluminium over here. And I'm going, yeah, I know, but look at the way it's spelled. And then I went, ha, 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 ha. And because I watched the live at the Tote thing, and I went, listen to what she's saying right at the end here. She's not calling it aluminium monster. She's saying, so I won that argument, which was good.
It's always good to win arguments against kids.
Yeah.
I try to do that regularly.
Yeah, it can be tough.
Just random kids.
Just random kids, yeah. I try to pick the weak ones out in the street.
Cool.
As I said earlier, you played with Forklift Assassins. Do you know where they got their name from?
Well, I think it was an accident.
Yeah, it was. I think I remember them saying it was
like a workplace
accident. Terrible incident, and he was crying when he told us the story.
Yeah.
And I believe that there are criminal charges pending. So I'm not sure how much we can talk about.
Yeah, so they might be changing the name.
Yeah.
Some guy tried to assassinate Biden.
Oh, the forklift.
Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't know that because that's one of my questions that I ask. Where did your name come from? And that's the only reason why I know that. And then I was thinking, Aluminum Monster. Are they really? Is that the same? No, it couldn't be. Like, because it's the same. It got me confused a bit. Like it's the same sort of thing. And I thought, oh my God, two bands probably not knowing that they named their band over the same thing. But and then I googled and I finally found that Fred Savage had a character called that in the show. So yeah. All right.
You directed some of the episodes.
So cool. Yeah. But I mean that show's been going. It's in its 15th season now. It's one of the longest running sitcoms in TV and all the rest of it. And it is so fucking dark, some of the shit on there. Like, it's fucking awesome. And, of course, it's on Disney streaming now. So that's even just more fucked up. So it's perfect. So.
I've got to get the kids to watch that one. What was I just about to say? Is that
bad? Because I played in a band with Michael. I have no idea where Forklift Assassins came from. So I'm learning so much today.
Yeah, that's magic, hey? I was stoked when I heard that because that's something I like watch the news constantly. I'm a very big documentary fan, and I did not know that even happened. and obviously it didn't happen that long ago. So
There you
Yeah.
go.
Because they've been around for a few years as well.
Yeah, yeah.
COVID things that I can't know how many years, but it's probably
Were they part of it?
They implicated it.
Yeah.
Maybe they set it up. Maybe they put the name of Yeah, I have no idea.
That's a good idea. That's a great way to get your band name out there.
Yeah,
Good impressive.
Yeah. Yeah.
What are we talking about, right?
I think so.
That's sweet.
Okay. You're given the chance, and we'll do this one as a one each. You're given the chance to do a 5-band gig. The 5 bands you're going to choose. Who are they?
Yeah.
Well, the media would love to support us.
Is this like something we could like potentially do, or just any band?
Living or dead? Doesn't matter.
Living or dead, you're just making it broader and broader now.
It's definitely Aqua 5 times.
Yeah. I want to hear Barbie Girl 5
Yeah.
times. One night, yeah.
Yeah, 100%. I reckon we go really well with them.
Yeah.
That's me. That's back now.
Similar target.
Can we go back to the start of the interview and you just send us all the questions?
I try to not make it the normal questions that people would ask, but then I'm actually doing what I'm against and asking every band the same fucking question. So
That's all right. Then you can write a book like that and you have all the structure already out.
And you probably get some good, insightful answers from other bands. And then just, yeah. Then I spoke to these arseholes in Aluminum once and we got fuck all from that one. So.
I reckon it depends where we're playing.
Yeah, true. Yeah, is it a big gig or is it just, Saturday night at the Tote and it's, bands you want to hang out with afterwards?
with my head.
And if they're dead, are they zombie versions or are they like Glory Day versions?
I do want to see Zombie Ramones.
Zombie Ramones.
Yeah.
I want to see the pop vinyl of that. That'd be awesome.
Definitely.
We've only got 3.
They've got 3?
No, bands. I'm actually thinking about the questions too.
Yeah. Who are you 3?
Probably not Aqua,
No.
but
what the fuck? I'm out.
Primus,
Uh-huh.
Lars and the Bastards,
Yeah.
and another one that I've just immediately forgotten because they were really important to me.
What, Maroon 5?
God damn it! Yes. Oh, the other one.
I reckon bringing some 90s bands back, like L7.
Oh, Faith No More.
Yeah.
Faith No More. That'd be sick.
Yeah, so we
Yeah.
can finally see them.
Yeah, I know.
They cancelled recently, so.
Oh, I saw him.
Yeah.
Oh man, I saw him in Brisbane. He grabbed a camera, like was running around the stage, and he pointed it down his like pants, and on every screen there's just his dick.
Was that in Brisbane?
Yeah.
I've seen that video.
Yeah, it was great. I saw it with my. Yeah, it was a good
I
time.
mean, I have seen them, but they cancelled recently. It sucked.
So yeah, that's my 3, and then another 2 of your choosing. All right, I've answered twice
You were
now.
saying the other day, who's your favourite?
Well, actually, last night I went to and saw my favourite band. Fucking absolutely love them. Seen them a million times every time they tour the Bronx. And fuck me, it was awesome. They're such a good band. Fucking
That's 1.
yeah.
No, but that's onto your 3.
Oh, that's how
Yeah.
we're doing it. Oh,
Plus
okay.
the 5 backwards, so we're already up to 8.
Oh, okay,
Oh,
sweet.
yeah.
All right. Well,
We're
that's
way past this. We're killing it.
That's a stacked lineup right there.
yeah,
What about you, Laura? What's your favourite band?
5 of them.
I don't have a favourite brand.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
Let's
Yeah.
say L7 would be good.
Yeah, someone would be fucking awesome.
Ah, great. I saw him at
Yeah.
Alternative Nation the first time they'd ever played in Australia. It was fantastic.
Oh, cool. Fuck, that'd be good.
Yeah, I was like Lou Reed, L7,
Nice.
Faith No More, Chili Peppers.
Alternative Nation, yeah. That was
All right, well, you went to our dream gig. So, yeah.
yeah. So that's the lineup we want to be on. Yeah, I guess.
yeah, I saw that in Primus, 9 Inch Nails.
Yep.
Aqua 5
It was
times.
awesome.
Yeah. Good
That
time.
is
I
fucking
reckon that's the name
amazing.
of our next band.
Aqua
Aqua
5 times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Not
pretty
enough.
good, actually.
Not enough times.
Yeah.
There's someone, is that enough for what?
I think we answered that.
Yeah, it sounds good.
Yeah.
Well answered, guys.
That's as much as we are able to contribute.
Oh, so I've got to keep going, do I?
What is your 5 dream band like?
Yeah.
You probably laugh, really, because I'd like to really see at the same time the Radiators, the Angels, the Divinals, and the Animals.
Finals, no. Yeah. But I've already slept with Doc Neeson, the Angels.
Did you?
I did.
Before he died, or?
Four.
Oh, okay. You've got to make sure we're talking zombies here.
I always put that in the two truths and a lie sort of game. Yeah, I slept with Doc
And
Neeson.
people never know it's the truth.
It's the truth.
There you go.
Before he died. That was great.
I think I was
Did you
about,
Jimmy
I was about
Savile?
10.
You were about 10.
Oh,
We were flying
This
over.
is going dark.
These were different days back then.
Yeah, apparently.
We were
yeah.
flying to England, and because we lived in England for a year, and sitting on the plane was Doc Neeson, and my mum and my auntie were massive fans, and so we ended up sitting next to him, and I'm a 10-year-old falling asleep on Doc Neeson, who's babysitting.
Oh, that's what you mean.
I've got the drawers, loveliest guy. He's entertained us kids. Like, I've got 3 brothers. He entertained us all the whole flight to England. It was great. Yeah. So I've got this photos in the collection, of me and Doc Neeson, and he's about 30, I think, at the time. It's quite.
This photos too.
Yeah.
This group.
Oh,
We both slept.
I hated that. Oh my god.
That's where all you guys went to say.
Oh my god.
No.
You've gone straight to the.
One of our last shows, we had people in the crowd telling really dark stories, and I thought that's where that was going. I thought we were just following the trend.
Oh.
You remember that show? You remember that?
Yeah.
That was very uncomfortable for a second.
We did make the mistake of speaking with people who had a few things to say, and
I think that was a great way to not have to talk in between songs.
well, it did covered up, gave us a bit of moment to have a drink on
Just tune the
stage.
guitars.
I really liked it.
The creepy uncle stories came out.
Yeah.
I thought that's where Laura was going.
No.
I think everybody grew
it was
together
awesome. He was
as a band and as a crowd and a band. Because of that.
Oh, it was a bonding moment for sure.
Absolutely. I think they were talking about bondage. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was very fucked.
Yeah, they were actually.
Yeah, so that's our
Sorry.
favorite 5 bands. Yeah. Mm.
Moving off on a tangent then.
I read a thing that you guys have played with a lot of mad Australian bands. What I don't want to get any hate happening towards you, but who's the best band that you've actually played with?
That's a hard one.
Fuck, I don't know. We've been lucky actually. We've gone some awesome lineups. We've played some
I've heard.
We've honestly,
I'm always a huge fan for Australian Kingswood Factory. I'm sorry. I love them. I fucking love those guys. Those guys are always fun. I always had a good time with them. Sorry for jumping in there. I've said my thing.
How deep?
fucking Murderballs.
I love that with Murderballs.
Yeah, Murderballs is great fun. Always, they're one of my favourite Melbourne bands. It's so much
band,
fun.
I had a goat. I don't know.
I had a goat.
Yeah, at his birthday or someone's birthday.
Oh yeah, we
Both
did
are-
too.
A few times.
Oh, okay. Oh, that obviously shows how fucking good you guys were. Oh man, Bastard North, Grindhouse, fucking yeah. And then obviously we did a couple of nights in a row with I Hate People, Forklift Assassins, and we went out to Bendigo with them. It's been good fun.
Yep.
Really good fun.
Persecution Blues, they're killing it at the moment. That was a really good show we played.
They were
with
fucking
recently.
awesome. They were really good, those guys. Yeah.
They're playing at Cutthroat too, aren't they?
No idea. That's I think a different manager manages them. We've stopped doing managing bands like that at the moment.
Okay.
That fell flat, didn't it? That didn't go anywhere. I got no idea it was meant to be the answer to that.
They were smashing it though. When we played with them, I think that was something like their 4th or 5th gig that week alone.
Yeah.
Those guys are just absolutely fucking killing it. Yeah. And they put on a great show, especially considering, how many times they played. I remember at one stage, it was the bass player, and I forget his name, but from the opposition jumped up on stage and the guitarist jumps on his shoulders, putting his head fucking perilously close to the fan and Whole Lot of Love, and all the staff were like diving on the fucking off buttons. He missed getting a haircut by fucking like that much. So yeah,
That would be awesome.
it would be
Bad.
What do you mean that
so
would have been
bad.
awesome? You were there.
Yeah, I know. I was there.
It would be.
I saw it. I was there. I wasn't in the
It's an awesome way to die. Like that's the way. You
Yeah, no. It's
I'm
just
decapitated
imagine
by
that
a
sound.
fan. Yeah.
Have you got a
Wow.
favourite venue you like playing? Is there somewhere where you just dig playing?
I love playing The Last Chance. I love that venue.
Yeah, that fucking
it's so
place
great.
rocks.
I love everything. It's always going to be a big old fun time.
I think.
And yeah, sorry.
No, I'm sorry. You fucking.
You guys are to each other.
Well, that's it, because yeah.
Yeah.
No,
And then
no, man, there's so many good venues around, and fucking, like Whole Lot of Love with Sash running it is awesome. We got played at the Gasso with Asher and Casey running it. Like, that's the cool thing going back to when I moved across here to Melbourne. It's this scene where there's always stuff going on. All the people are super cool and good to deal with, and. Like, fuck me, even we get to play fucking gigs. They let us on stage. So
I think Melbourne in Australia has got the best music scene. Like going back to Spit on Your Gravy, like Fred Negro, and like he just like, I think he had 4 bands going together at the same time, and he'd be like you were saying before about this band doing 5 gigs. He'd be doing 4 gigs a week because he was in the Fred Negro band. He was in I Spit on Your Gravy. He was the Fuck Knuckles. You know what I mean? He just, Melbourne. I've only been down there a few times and a couple of times with the Hard-Ons. I just like, I'm coming kind of thing. And I think it's just, and the punters, they just love it down there. Like you come up to Sydney and everyone's like, I've been going to a few gigs lately because I've just at the bottom end of having 8 kids. So I've had my life's been fucked for the last 26 years. Started going, and people just stand back now and eat nachos and watch bands. Like
I think that's happening everywhere. Like that happens in Melbourne too. I've noticed. It's like if people start sort of even moshing or doing, moving a bit, everyone else is sort of like, whoa. It's a lot of things have changed.
Really?
You disagree? Luke obviously disagrees with the way he just looked at me.
Yeah. I mean, I don't
Different to
know.
what it used to be.
That was a segue for you.
Yeah, I know. I don't. I was just like, yeah.
That's what I see anyway.
I think Victoria's fantastic.
Oh, it's awesome.
Yeah.
But I think that's just the way people are going. We're sort of following the Japanese trend of the 90s where everyone just stands there.
Yeah.
I keep breaking the mood, don't I?
Ken loves that punk. Ken loves that punk.
Everyone's just waiting for me to keep
No,
talking.
I
And
think
got
I've
nothing else
seen
to
quite
really
a
say.
few good little moshes happening.
Yeah.
Absolutely. To Toad. I love going to Toad, to buying a pint of beer, watching any band, and then just like that band's over. I haven't had any of the beer, but my pint's empty. That's great. And that happened in Victoria. I know that's still fun.
Still a thing?
Yeah.
Last night at fucking Bronx, they had a circle fucking thing going in the middle and fucking.
They're all holding hands and just like
Disregard everything I just said. People aren't standing there at all the gigs.
Maybe
Obviously, have I been to gigs lately?
You got
I
to
guess I haven't.
Oh, there you go.
Maybe people are just standing there when we play.
Oh, that's probably what it is.
So if it's a good band, they're going to get into it.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Andy loves self-deprecation.
Yay.
Deprecation or deprecation? Sorry. Okay. Oh, now you've got me all confused.
Laura, she hasn't really said anything at the
I'm
moment for a
saying
while.
this. I told you my dirty secret.
You did.
Oh, that was.
Well, that's
that
why
was
there's going to be no more
screamer,
questions
too.
for Laura in case there's another bombshell
I
like that.
know,
Fucking
you better
Holy
ask it.
crap. That was amazing.
Rerun of that if you like.
What was
Say
that?
again?
We can do a rerun of that dirty secret if you like.
Oh, good. I
Gotta
think it became good in the end. It was scary for a while.
What other stories do you have?
I don't have many other stories.
No?
Now you guys, you must have a lot of stories. Oh, okay.
You must have.
A lot lately, like a lot of bands have been missing out because of the COVID. Have you guys been slayed with that lately?
We were cursed for a while.
Yes.
Every time we got a gig booked, we were in another lockdown.
Mm.
And to the point where we thought there was some sort of conspiracy against us playing. But yeah, so we were here for a little bit.
Yeah, that's it. Like we were in and out of lockdown so frequently here, unfortunately, and yeah, it was each.
Oh, you guys were what, 300 days or something, Nelly?
It was a lot. It was a lot. Yeah, and the worst, I think, like for me, it was you'd counting down to coming out of one lockdown. You're like, okay, right, that's done. Fucking, we'll slowly get back to normal. Nah, 2 weeks later, back into it again, and all those plans that you kind of thought, well, I can finally do stuff again. I can book ahead. I can all the rest. Nah, gone. So thankfully, sorry.
I've been following it on Facebook and everything, and it's like one band had it, played with another band, they played with another band, and it's just like everyone's getting fucking hit with it.
Well, I don't go to gigs, obviously, so I haven't had it yet. I've got to start going to more gigs.
We did. We had that Sunday Arvo gig cancelled only just a few weeks ago, actually. Yeah, we were playing with. We were going to play with Bastard North, who fucking love them, raddest fucking band, and it was a cool Sunday Arvo gig. And I think Laura got COVID, but was looking at her ISO would end that day. And then
this is your chance to get COVID. Continue.
Hey?
Nothing.
Kids on the loose.
Oh, it's good touching.
No.
But yeah, sorry. Laura got it and was coming out of the ISO that day of the gig. So we were like, okay, we can manage this. We can still pull it off. And then Nick and John from fucking Bastard North got it, and it was like, nah. So yeah, unfortunately, even now things are still getting cancelled, but yeah, it's just gonna be one of those things for a while, I think.
Yeah.
I'm playing the same songs over and over again for years, and it gave us a chance to actually get some new songs.
That's true. Yeah. With the old songs everyone was tired of, and now we've got new songs that everyone can get tired of as well. So
they're all new to me though.
What was jamming like? What was getting together and jamming like in lockdown? Like, did you do it on the Zoom platform, just like stand there and just watch the little boxes and play, or
nothing? You know what? Stuff it. We'll just wait until we can get back together in person again.
Yeah.
It's like we were saying before, it's 80% fun and hanging out, and 20% playing tunes. So it's I think so much of a part of it is getting together. So just thought we'd wait. And then the minute we could, we'd get back in the rehearsal room and try and remember the songs from a year ago.
Everything's been on hold. Everything, all parts of your life was rubbish, just rubbish.
Totally fucking agree with you on that one. Yeah. I'm actually hoping we get another, because my 12-year-old and 14-year-old are going to just see Justin Bieber at the end of the year. I'm hoping that because I've got to go there because
you like him so much.
No, there's a seat.
One fan.
The seats I got them were pretty far back, so I thought, okay, I'll buy myself a ticket. I'll go with them, and I'll make sure they get down the front. I'll just fuck it, because it's a stadium gig, so I'm going to make sure that they are not sitting up on the fucking bleachers, trying to watch him on a screen. So I thought, my kids, they'll just sit there and go, oh, kind of thing. So I thought, fuck, I'll just grab them both and I'll take them up the front. Unfortunately.
Come into the mosh pit.
But it's funny because the first stadium band I ever saw was Kiss in 1980. I was 11, and Kiss had come over. It was they just got Eric Carr playing for them, and I sat there next to my mother and she made me wear these earplugs. So this will be the second stadium gig that I've ever worn earplugs again.
But you haven't told us how you booked 8 separate shows, one for each kid.
It's fact. It's like I get really scared on roller coasters, and I've got the 3 younger ones with me, and a parent had to get on the roller coaster with them, and I had to do it times. I had to do it twice with each kid, and I'm there closing my eyes, and this is the same experience I'm going to have at the end of the year. I'm going to be closing my eyes and just waiting for it to finish. I'm not looking forward to it, trust me.
Yes.
Thank you so much for being on the show. I really appreciate it.
Thank you very much. We appreciate
What a good
it.
idea.
Share some love, some of the past, and finding out what's new. Yes, if I could, you know I would.